Hey everyone, welcome back again. Manchester United will be targeting a much-needed victory when they travel to Southampton in the Premier League on Saturday lunchtime. United, who won their most recent visit to St Mary S, winning 1-0 in August 2022, were beaten 3-0 by Liverpool at Old Trafford last time out. That marked a second successive defeat, having been beaten 2-1 by Brighton and Hove Albion 8 days earlier. As a result, United amassed just 3 points from their opening 3 matches, meaning they have spent the international break 14th in the table. Ahead of this weekend's long trip south, United manager Erik Ten Hag has confirmed the game will come too soon for both Luke Shaw and Rasmus Højlund. However, deadline day signing Manuel Ugarte is in contention to make his debut. With that said, here is all the very latest on the United injury front ahead of what promises to be a demanding few weeks. Euro, who joined United from Lille in the summer transfer window, fractured his metatarsal in the opening game of the club's pre-season tour of the United States. He required surgery, and it is still thought he may be sidelined for up to 3 months. Lindelof, who is out of contract at Old Trafford next summer, was taken off at half-time in United's final pre-season friendly against Liverpool in South Carolina last month, and has not featured since. Speaking ahead of the defeat to Brighton 3 weeks ago, Ten Hag said, "He has an issue on his toe. Hopefully he can return quickly, but not available." The United manager did not speak about him during this afternoon's Thursday press conference. United confirmed Shaw would miss the start of the season, just 3 days before their Premier League opener against Fulham last month. The club said in a statement the left-back was working hard on his rehabilitation with a view to returning after the first international break of the season. However, the trip to St Mary's will come too soon for the England international. Speaking this afternoon, Ten Hag said, "Rasmus Højlund and Luke Shaw are progressing very well but not ready. He last played for United on February 18th, starting the 2-1 win over Luton Town at Kenilworth Road. Malacia has been sidelined for more than a year because of a knee injury, meaning he last featured for United in any capacity on the final day of the 2022-23 Premier League season against Fulham. He has been working hard on his rehabilitation programme, and Ten Hag, at the start of August, said his fellow countryman could be back in contention within the next couple of months. The United manager said he is not that far off, but he is now in a progress situation. At a relatively short notice, he can again return into team training and then into team performance in games. I think it would be possible to be available again in 2 months. Last week he was included in United's 25-man squad for their upcoming Europa League campaign, suggesting he is closing in on a return. Ugarte returned to Carrington today after representing Uruguay over the international break and could make his debut at St Mary S. He played for his country as recently as Tuesday, starting their goalless draw with Venezuela while suffering from a fever. However, he has seemingly shaken off that complaint and will be available for selection on Saturday. Ten Hag said, "Manuel Ugarte, you will have seen he played for Uruguay. He returned this afternoon. He was the only player who returned today, the rest yesterday, so he is available for this game." Mount, ahead of the defeat to Liverpool, issued an update on social media, revealing he had suffered a minor muscle issue. As a result, he would face another spell on the sidelines. He suffered the blow in the defeat at Brighton and said that he expects to be unavailable for a few games. Højlund suffered a hamstring injury in the opening game of United's pre-season tour of the United States, being forced off just minutes after scoring in the 2-1 defeat to Arsenal. As outlined above, the trip to St Mary's will come too soon for him. The next available opportunity for him to potentially make his comeback will be against Barnsley in the Carabao Cup on Tuesday. Hey everyone, welcome back again. You can't be afraid to make difficult decisions if you are the manager of Manchester United. Having said that, it was completely understandable that Erik Ten Hag didn't want to rock the boat with Marcus Rashford at the beginning of the season for several reasons. Rashford struggled last term, but starting the new campaign with him on the bench would have made the situation worse, and it would have dominated the narrative around the club. The academy graduate has started each game in the Premier League, and that's been contentious considering the form of Alejandro Garnacho and Ahmad. who have been forced to fight to feature on the right wing, when many supporters would like to see them both starting Garnacho on the left and Amad on the right would obviously mean naming Rashford on the bench, and Ten Hag has stuck by him, despite that not being a popular decision. Thousands of fans at Old Trafford expressed their dismay at Garnacho being replaced by Amad in the second half of the defeat to Liverpool. Rashford was kept on the pitch instead of Garnacho, and that decision was met with boos around the ground, which felt significant. Rashford's relationship with supporters became strained last season due to his poor performances and off-field behaviour, and they would have preferred him to be substituted. The 26-year-old copped some flack against Liverpool. However, the truth is he created two great opportunities, and his performance warranted keeping him on the pitch. Rashford looked bright and would have recorded assists on another day, which creates a dilemma this weekend, as it seems most fans would prefer Garnacho and Amad to start against Southampton. But Ten Hag has continued to back Rashford, and it will be fascinating to see if that continues. Rashford has shared footage of himself doing extra training work during the international break. He has worked with a private coach, and his finishing around the box looks sharp. Although Rashford hasn't recorded a goal or assist this season, his all-round performances have been respectable, and Ten Hag may believe it's about to click for the forward. Rashford is used to give United width on the left, and he is sometimes found hugging the touchline, but it's easy to forget how deadly his ball striking can be when he's in positions around the opposition's box, and it makes sense to give him more licence to drift into those areas. Whether or not Ten Hag wants to use Rashford in that manner is another matter, and some will feel he shouldn't get the chance to start a fourth consecutive game in the league. Garnacho and Amad have been impressive and have momentum. The theory is they should be starting on form, but do you remove Rashford from the starting team when there have been positive signs? Ten Hag might play it safe, but gambling on the younger wingers could pay off. The prospect of Garnacho and Amad starting on the wings, hopefully with Rasmus Højlund down the middle, against Southampton is exciting, and it feels inevitable that Rashford will be benched at some point if the pair continue their upward trajectory, making them impossible to ignore. While Ten Hag sticking by Rashford to coax him back to form is admirable, it will soon become unjustifiable if he misfires while Garnacho and Amad deliver strong performances.